Hello, welcome to Super Sofa Slackers. That's the name of this little show because it's the laziest show on this channel. The lowest effort, right next to
Well, I guess
recording video games.
Yeah, recording video games because literally there's not much to it when it comes to recording video games.
I
I
wanna-
think this right here takes like
An hour if we just talk. Fine, okay.
yeah.
I did want to talk to you about like, I think there's a lot of videos out there that are just kind of like talking about paranormal stuff. Like right now, we were just watching Ghost Adventures, just because you bought it a long time ago, and like
About a few seasons worth of it. Like
though
the more of the newer seasons.
I think it's a little unfortunate that you bought the newer seasons instead of the older, cringier seasons.
The older seasons are actually
they're still
a
just
lot
as
more
cringy.
entertaining. I think the older seasons are way more entertaining.
The older?
The older, yes.
Well, that's why. Didn't you say you bought the newer ones?
Yeah, I bought the newer ones because
You were young, dumb, and
I didn't really pay attention because I just thought that the newer ones were going to be like, okay, cool. The newer ones, whatever. This probably
you
more
actually thought the
interesting.
opposite then back then.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, man, because I think you and I both, all of us in our family and all that, we all grew up like, oh, ghosts. I mean, like Llorona and Cuckoo and all that stuff, and the world was so much more magical. And now it's just kind of like the scariest thing that's gonna happen is we go to Walmart and get too close to someone and be like, "You're too close to me," and then like you get shot.
Yeah.
Is that too heavy of a joke? I don't even know.
Well, the thing is, as of late, it's been like that, and it's getting worse.
I mean, is that? Oh shit! Is this what becoming an adult is? There's
Yes.
no more cuckoos.
And no more cucuys. The only cucuy is of your neighbor.
Your neighbor who gets a little upset that maybe you fucking got too close to him while he was getting ready to go to work, and so he decided to shoot you.
Like, I still believe in the paranormal, but I have now I am more
But now-
self-aware of the fact that people are willing to scam.
You need like way more fucking evidence.
Yes, like it's not enough anymore. I need more than just what you're showing me on TV, which can easily be manipulated and edited. I need to see it for my like up close and personal. Like, okay,
It's gotta happen to you.
this has to happen. It's real now.
So so I guess what you're saying is like the only real shit is the shit that happens to you.
Yes,
Yeah, everything on TV
it's a
it's
fucking
just
lie.
it's just for entertainment.
Yes,
It's like, oh shit.
they may have captured something, but where does it land between fiction and
Where does it begin and end?
yeah? Where's the beginning and end? Like, what's real in this whole situation and what's not?
I think the thing that's a little annoying is that what is it, man? I think the thing that's a little annoying, and it's kind of indicative. It's obvious of all these shows that like in Bigfoot. I keep touching the microphone with my foot. In every Bigfoot show, they don't find shit. They're just like
They never do.
what the fuck? There's a footprint track. What if, is it possible? Ancient Aliens, is it possible? But in Ghost Adventures, our primary like example, everybody's getting possessed. Girls' belt buckles are getting unbuckled.
There's fights.
There's fights. But the fights are really just because Zach's a fucking asshole, it seems like.
Yeah, a little bit. He's kind of like that. He's I want to say something a little controversial. I think he is like the Bam Margera of like ghost hunting.
A little bit. I mean, I think you and I were talking earlier about like what is this person? And I said goth jock. Like I've seen this kind of person before, like a buff goth dude. He's just really into the paranormal, but like I don't know. He's one of those people. I mean, after all, he has like a museum. He wanted to be like the Warrens, where he has like like the Warren family. They have like the whole museum and everything. That's just like, here's a possessed fucking doll lamp. Oh, here's my possessed toilet.
I mean, like, also, wasn't he in a band?
Was he in a band?
Yeah,
I have no
I
idea.
think if I remember correctly, he was also in a band like years ago. I don't know if he's still a part of that band. He's probably making like so much fucking money off the show that he probably gave up, retired from being a musician.
You know, I wouldn't put it past him that he was in a band. He has a sister named Meredith Baggins.
Meredith Baggins.
Dude, how old is this man?
He's
This
47.
46.
Oh, okay. I believe Aaron is like the oldest one. I think he's like 49.
It doesn't say anything about him being in a band. In 2004, Baggins teamed up with Nick Groff
Nick Groff.
or Joff
No, Groff.
Groff and Aaron Goodwin to produce a documentary-style film called Ghost Adventures.
Which was their pilot.
The film aired on Sci-Fi in 2007. A successor series premiered in 2008 on the Travel Channel. It has 19 seasons as of 2019.
It has 25 as of right now. It is, that show's been going on for 15 years, I think.
But like,
Since, 2008? 2007, 2008, so yeah, about 15 years.
I think it's just I like the show. You like the show,
Yeah,
but
the show's very fun, but I don't take it as seriously as I did.
But it is like this big situation of what I've always told everyone about. It's like when someone's personality is like is a little too laser focused, they become maybe not annoying, but maybe a little strange. Like his whole thing is ghost hunting, collecting haunted objects, and then like having a haunted museum. He's all about dressing, like he dresses in all black like all the time.
Baggy clothes and very tight t-shirts.
Yeah, I don't know how he pulls that off, right? He has like baggy pants, but then really tight t-shirts. The dude works out pretty well, it seems.
He's built. He's very like he's very muscular.
But he wasn't always built, right? Like I
No.
remember in the early seasons, he looked like a scrawny kid.
Yeah, like when you watch the very first special, the 2004 special,
Yeah.
he's literally like a very scrawny, like, hey guys, how's it going? We're gonna do something cool.
He's scared of snakes.
He's scared of snakes. He
He's
doesn't
also-
like clowns.
He's also like falling apart, isn't he? Like he's got asthma, his eyes are broken. Like
He has bronchitis, I think.
yeah.
His-
Well, I heard we just watched an episode that said he had arthritis.
Yeah.
Bronchitis, I don't know, but for sure he's got arthritis, and if you're saying bronchitis, and then also he has to wear prism lenses because without his prism lenses, he sees double.
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
Well, okay.
He
No.
could've-
No.
what?
Hold on. I want to be clear to the audience. If he has all those things, that's normal. Like I got relatives with asthma. I got relatives with fucking
Like,
all kinds of diseases.
Like, I have asthma and bronchitis. Like, it's a very common thing to get.
Yeah, but you didn't come out and be like,
I got asthma because a ghost attacked me.
yeah. Zach claims that in the not
In
really
the movie that he made.
yeah, and not in Ghost Adventures, but in
Demon House.
in the separate thing house movie, in the separate movie show, Demon House, as Frank said, that he was, I guess, hurt by a ghost that he now has to have prism lenses. And like, two things about that. I could say that's bullshit, or would you rather believe that Zach believes so hard that he fucking scared himself so hard into getting an, like, I don't know, an ocular migraine and fucked his eyes? He was so scared because he really believed it and got a fucking ocular migraine.
Ocular migraine. Holy shit. I mean,
Have
anything's
you ever-
possible.
you
Like,
ever-
under high stress situations, you can have a fucking heart attack.
Have you ever had an ocular migraine ever? I've known two people.
No, I never had. That's like when you have the headache pressure inside your eye, right?
Yeah, it's like
Behind your eye.
the pressure is building and it's like Like you can. Okay, not that you should do this, but have you ever like gone like this a little too hard, and then you're
Oh,
like
you rub your eyes and you're like
and then
press
you-
up against your eye a
and
little
then
bit.
you see like the color. Maybe you've slept on your face directly, and then you wake up and your eyes are all blurry or whatever. Well, if you go like this and you push your eye a little too much when you're rubbing it, you get kind of like colors.
Yeah.
Well, that's what an ocular migraine is, but from like the back. From the back, it's pushing forward. It's like squishing your eye a little bit. It might not even hurt. Sometimes it hurts, but sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it doesn't. You just see like a ring of like shiny stuff because your shit's being squished a little bit. And so if he was so stressed out that he suddenly is like, I need prism lenses, but he claims it was a demon, I'm like, okay, I don't know about that, buddy. But I mean, still, great show. One of the better shows. But I don't know. What about that fucking other show?
Which one?
Sorry, I had to check on the door, and I had a little edit thing. Actually, hold on a second, fellas. There we go. No, I was talking about the show,
Ghost Hunters.
the Bigfoot show.
The Bigfoot Show.
Remember the Bigfoot show with the hillbillies?
Yes, what was it called?
Well, there's a couple
The
of
Hunt
them.
for Bigfoot.
Oh, Finding Bigfoot.
Finding Bigfoot. There you go. The Hunt for Bigfoot is a different one. I think it's like a spin-off or
Finding
some shit.
Bigfoot is weird because Finding Bigfoot is like a fucking cartoon.
It is. It's very cartoony. Very what's the word?
It's goofy as fuck. Like,
Very energetic.
it's a little ridiculous because most of the time, look, I'm a chunky boy. I don't expect to find anybody my size to be hunting Bigfoot.
But these guys are. And apparently they've been doing it for decades.
They've been doing it for decades. And the thing is, it is like Pawn Stars level of comedy.
Yeah. It can get like that.
It is like Pawn Stars level of comedy, and I can't like imagine. I can't imagine taking them seriously like at all. I don't know who's watching this show, because I watched it on YouTube. I didn't actually like watch it on
TV.
TV. I don't know where you're supposed to find it on TV. To my understanding, actually, the show itself hardly aired on American television, but it cranked out a ton of seasons and a ton of episodes on UK TV.
What the fuck? This show's on UK? In the UK?
Well, I only bring it up because I get this feeling that somebody over there is like, look, British people, there's a bunch of British people who just don't know what America's like. And so maybe they're just taking it, they're just like, we'll just sell this to the British as like, this is what America is. Hunting cryptids and shooting them in the face.
With like very powerful high-end rifles.
Wait, I'm stupid. Finding Bigfoot is the serious one. Finding Bigfoot is the serious one where they wear like GoPros on their on the strap to their backpack. It comes out like this and it's pointed at their face.
Oh yeah.
It's got and that one dude lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he was a big man.
He's a tall dude. So like, to be fair, if he was like 200 pounds, it's dude. The guy was like 6 foot something. He's huge, and good for him. He lost a bunch of weight, but he was on that show Finding Bigfoot, and there was this one episode where they get a bunch of skeptics, a group of people who like don't believe in Bigfoot, and they're just like, yeah, but like, look, there's like we have like a skeleton right behind us of a bunch of dinosaurs, and then the guy just like, well, just because you don't have evidence, just because you don't have evidence doesn't mean Bigfoot's not real. He like throws a fit.
Oh, come on.
He throws a little fit. And he's like, well, it's because Bigfoot was this all used to be swampland and all the bones washed away. Something like that.
I was like, no fucking shit, dude. But an animal can just still adapt and live in these parts of the land just like that. Like,
He's like, no, it's not the same. It's not the same. And the people with like with that are running like this. What do you call it, man? Exhibit with all the skeletons are just like, okay.
Like they're unsure.
Yeah, I mean it's really weird to be honest. But so then we grew up a little bit. You know, I moved away from like the Bigfoot shows. I think we both did, right? We moved away from all those shows. And then we come across Chills.
Oh, yeah. Chills.
For the longest time, as I'll say it, as I held on to the little of like spooky bullshit that was still in my heart. Chills was there.
Yeah, I felt the same, but as soon he started doing the one thing that pissed me off, that actually I was like, nah, I'm done, dude. I'm not fucking watching this shit anymore. Is when like top 10 Siren Head sightings.
Oh yeah, because we know who made Siren
Yeah,
Head.
and
Trevor Henderson.
Trevor Henderson.
Awesome stuff.
And he was pushing it out there as if it was real.
And like,
And I was like, dude, he had to have known this was fake. He had to have known that it was fake. Like, he can't. You can post fake shit on YouTube.
like, keep going. I'm gonna look up something.
Yeah,
sure.
like you can post fake shit on YouTube, but once it starts becoming like kind of manipulative, that's where you have to step the fuck back and be like, no, this is no longer appropriate.
I'm.
And that's why I'm like, nah, dude, people are gonna start believing this shit's real.
Oh, dude, look at this. Look at this. This is fucking goofy. Okay, I looked it up because I was like, hey, well, actually, hold on. Don't play the audio. 3 years ago. Okay. So first off, I want to point out, just in case that we weren't making a fool of ourselves. Top 10 Siren Head sightings.
Yes.
Caught on tape.
Caught on tape.
What's the date? April, not 1st. April 22nd.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. So I was like, wait, is this an April Fool's joke? But then in the
Description?
description. Now, I don't know when he put this description, but it says Siren Head was created by Trevor Henderson. In the video I analyze supposed Siren Head sightings found online. Please support the original artist here.
Well, that's good. At least he's doing that.
He put that on top of everything else. But then there's a part that says Siren Head sightings are popping up all over the country. The mysterious cryptid known as Siren Head is sighted every 25 to 30 years. And now the creature has re-emerged. Check out the scariest Siren Head videos found online by Chills to see if they're real or fake. Only the scariest videos are narrated by Chills. New top lists are uploaded 4 times a week. 4 times a week.
He's dishing them out like candy, dude, every week.
So why not watch a few more after you're done with these scary Siren Head encounters? ? Try not to get scared.
See, like he's trying to make a little money right now.
That's fine, but like, what? Yeah, he put the Trevor Henderson thing. I bet he put that after a week or so.
Probably, I'll bet a lot of people were like upset, or they were realizing, hey, this shit's fake. You know that, right?
But the funniest thing to me is, check it out. The second video that pops out is his video, the 10 Siren Head sightings caught on tape. And then on top, there's fact file.
Fact files?
Yes, 10. Look, it's literally typed out the exact same way. The S, every letter in the sentence is capitalized.
Oh, okay.
And it's using the same thumbnail.
That's a little suspicious.
That's fucking funny. Wait. I'm going to play the audio real quick. Damn, I haven't heard that voice in a while. What?
Well, he's making rap music, no?
His video is 12 minutes. What's this one? okay, I was gonna be blown away if they literally stole his fucking video.
That would be kind of
Because
fucking
look at it,
bonkers.
look at it, look at it. It's the same thumbnail.
The same writing.
It's exactly like Siren, capital S, capital H, capital S, capital C. The O is not capitalized, and the T is capitalized. Everything's it's.
It's almost verbatim of like
Dude,
the
wait,
same video.
what's the description like? Let me see here.
It's like, are these videos real or fake? Click and subscribe to find out.
Well, tell you what, this one that isn't what's his face, that isn't Chills, says that does not mention that it's from Trevor Henderson.
So,
And I'm not gonna watch the video to find out. But so then we go to Chills and Chills for a while. I was like, whoa, cool. And I guess that as a kid I was still swayed by what people said on the internet, because as soon as I kind of feel like, was I swayed by the internet, or was Chills just running out of steam, and when the internet started making fun of him, I was already feeling that way anyway. They weren't bullying him, but they were starting to realize, hey, this is a little goofy.
yeah, you start seeing like the signs like early on. You're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here.
We got off as soon as he started making rap music. Like, no, before we stopped watching it. We moved to other things, and then it was like rap music time.
Yeah, and like his he's still doing videos, but I think he's also focusing more on the rap music now, which is fine. Whatever, if it works,
Is it
works.
good?
His newer stuff is better than his old stuff, I can tell you that. But he's still kind of like, you can hear the chillisms in his rapping.
The chillerisms.
Yes. You could like you can hear him doing the number 15 in his voice while he's doing it, but
Well,
that's just you because you're programmed to hear him say that.
I mean, I still like that one video. There is one music video that he did. What was that? Oh, the phone. What? There's one song that he actually did where he's just like number 15, like he does it, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay.
Oh, he's aware. He has to be super aware of the fact that he
Yeah, I mean, like, don't
goofy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna shit on him just because, like, I mean, he's doing it.
He's doing the thing that he likes, so I was like, fuck it, all right, man, do what you want.
It is kind of that's a thought in my head now. It's like, no, I'm not gonna shit on him because I don't like the music. Like, I don't like it. Is it bad? I don't fucking know anymore nowadays. I just think he's getting to do it. He's
making his own money.
He's doing it. You know, why fucking shit on him? I think it's part of that thing I heard a long time ago that was like, no, don't be mad at him. Be mad at the people who wanted that. Because if they're supporting him, if they're supporting the music, that means there are people who think it's really good.
Yeah, I agree on that.
And we should hate them. No,
we should hate. We should destroy them. They're the ones ruining the society. No,
no, I'm fucking around. But
like after we left Chills,
yeah, we
were looking around.
We knew him for real. I personally knew him, and we left him.
We left him to rot in a dumpster somewhere. No, like as soon as we were done watching Chills, we were kind of just like, man, what's next? What other good YouTube channels that talk about spooky shit? For me, I was still stuck on Blame It on Jorge. But
but to preface this, we had like Blame It on Jorge, and Blame It on Jorge was fine, but he himself was like, yeah, spooky shit is stupid. I'm gonna focus on like actual shit that happened.
Yes.
I mean, like
true crime, lost media, and mysteries that just happen around the world regarding
there is already
a thing.
There's already weird shit. I still say that one of the best one of the best video series is Nexpo's Disturbing Things Found Around the Internet.
Yeah, Disturbing Things on Media or something like that.
I think it's around the internet. But there's a couple people like that have like disturbing things found around the internet. And that stuff's cool. But I also fell off of Nexpo because he was getting like he wouldn't get to the point. Like
he would drag it.
He dragged out the video, not what he was saying. I think everything he had to say was important. But like the editing, I was like, okay.
He left it a little. He made it very
this
theatric.
This music bump is going on too long. Get to the stories that you're gonna tell
get to
me.
the stories. Yes, yeah. Like that's why I like George a lot more. Blame on Jorge. He's
pretty quick.
He's pretty quick.
And I feel like then there's like a balance. Nexpo's videos are just not too long, and Jorge's videos are too short.
Yeah, that's kind of like a decent balance where you're like oh, you know,
a decent balance. No, I want Jorge's videos to be longer. I mean, heck, to be honest, at that point, I'm just gonna like binge watch them because I haven't seen his videos in a long time. And so, then I guess that's good. Like, there's Nexpo. Oh, dude, Wendigoon.
Wendigoon, yeah.
Wendigoon is like currently the top tier guy, right? He's the one out there talking about all kinds of spooky shit.
Regardless of it's gonna be any topic, he'll just discuss it.
He will.
He's literally like an encyclopedia.
What was it, man? Oh well, and then we circle back to Nuke's top 5.
I think I saw Nukes after Chills.
And Bizarre Bub.
And Bizarre Bub. I think, yeah, and even like Nukes is starting to like kind of like
Well, I had said to you, why does Nukes keep focusing on this Japanese channel that is clearly meant for entertainment? Like they clearly state that this video is entertainment. I still love that video about like the haunted like house that they go to. Like, oh, the son went missing or whatever.
Oh yeah, like the very mysterious kind of like detective kind of shit.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And it's really cool, but it's also
it's fake.
It's fake. He says it. He says it's for entertainment purposes. And when I come in with that, I'm like, all right, tell me a sick ass story.
I forget the name of the channel. I got to look it up again, but this channel, like, I actually started liking it more and more and more because of like the way they tell the story. The story is very simple. One person goes missing or whatever, and they go into the house, and then shit starts getting fucking bananas.
Oh yeah, man!
Like it's a good horror story setup and like a 30-minute video.
But so then it becomes like, why are we? Have we even watched the Nukes video like at all?
I stopped watching Nukes. I'm still subscribed to him because there are times where he releases a video that's a banger, but it's literally like 1 out of 3.
Nowadays, we're not even watching it to be scared. We're watching it to be like, oh, that's a good idea.
Like we're so aware of it now to the point where like, oh shit, which one looks fucking cool? Like, and like which one looks perfectly like edited and all that stuff.
It's like, oh, dude. Blah blah blah. If I saw that shit in my hallway, that like, just what's like the scariest thing? The scariest like scenario.
Oh, dude, that's easy. Being literally like there's someone in the hallway, to your room. That's the scariest scenario.
Well, I mean that's a home invasion, but I meant like some of the little details in some of the videos are like really interesting. Like, yes, you can experience horror on your own, but then sometimes it's a little scary to get confirmation that you're not the only one seeing the spooky shit.
Yeah.
For example,
yeah, it's kind of.
For example, there's that video where he's like, Kevin, and he calls like his friends, but he does not look away from this fucking demon that's in a window.
Oh yeah, he's like, Kevin, is that you? Wait a minute, that's not Kevin.
Well, he's like, Kevin, Kevin. He starts yelling for the people, and they're like, what? It's like, who the fuck is that? And he does not break eye contact with whatever the fuck it is on the screen.
Oh shit! Wait,
Or
no.
on the window. In the window, I mean.
I'm trying to remember which video that was, but I think
He's like vacuuming or some shit.
Oh.
He's like on the floor, and then he looks and he sees some bullshit in the window, and he thinks that it's his friends fucking with him. So he calls his friends, and they come in from like another room. Like what?
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. That's a good one. That's the one that I'm like, you know what? This just got 1,000 times interesting.
Because it would have been boring if it was by himself.
Yes, it would. Yeah, and he's like, huh, guys, you see that? And they're right there next to the window. They're just like pointing at it and shit. And they're like, huh, what is that? And then the entity's just standing there. It's not doing anything. It's just standing there by like outside the window. And they're like, huh, that's weird. They like,
but
tap on the glass, and it's just fucking just just standing there. I'm like, what the fuck? What does this mean?
At the same time, right? They don't know what the fuck to do because they constantly repeat themselves like, that's a fucking person.
Yeah, like it has like this very distinctual shape to it.
Well, I think it's like a mask. But here's the thing. I think that honestly, somebody left a camera like in the corner, and the person with the camera is the one outside the window, and those people are genuinely like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, you think it might be like an accident?
Not an accident. It's like there's one person extra that we don't see who's actually part of the prank. Like he left his camera there, pointed at his friend, vacuuming or whatever. And then he went outside with the mask. And so nobody knows that he went outside. Or some shit.
The ultimate prank. Let nobody in on it.
But then again, I think if it was like, I called my friends, and my friends, and one of them's missing, I'd be like, that's probably fucking him.
Yeah, like you can easily call it out. But if both of them are still in the house, still doing their thing, something's wrong.
So then we get to like the Skinwalker segment.
Ah, yes, the Skinwalkers.
We're talking about like, yeah, that's like the latest. Well, I mean, that's been in my family for a long time, right? Skinwalkers and all kinds of desert tales. But the reason I bring up the Skinwalkers is because that's another good video, right? Remember the video with the horse? He's just riding along.
Hey.
And then you hear, hey. And the horse is like, what the fuck? And then the horse books it. I mean, it's a fucking YouTube short. But it's got to be one of the scariest YouTube shorts
I've ever seen.
I've ever seen. Just because I'm like, that's a fucked up concept. That's fucked up. Like, because I think I've heard. Look, I'm not saying I've heard no motherfucking Skinwalkers, okay? I ain't saying that. I'm simply saying that I've been outside and I'm like, that sounds like a fucked up cat. And the whole thing about Skinwalkers is that it sounded like an animal making the noise. Like, it sounded like certain insert animal here making the noise. But it sounded like someone trying to mimic that noise. Something about it was off. And then, so when I hear a cat that doesn't sound like a normal fucking cat, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go back inside now. Like
time for me to destroy the Skinwalker.
You go outside and you forget. No, you go inside. Fuck you, I'm going inside.
This isn't Skyrim where you can just be like, let me pull out my battle axe real quick.
I mean, I think about the idea of like, man, it sure has been a while since I've heard cats fucking. And then you go outside and you hear cats fucking, but you haven't heard that sound in a long time. So you're like, what the fuck was that? Because you don't remember what the fuck that sounds like. You know that it sounds like screaming.
Sounds like death.
Sounds like fucking metal tornado. Just fucking cats beating
the shit out of each other.
Trying to make babies aggressively beyond belief.
The idea of Skinwalkers is very fascinating to me. Now, I don't believe very much when it comes to like the supernatural and stuff, besides like ghosts and stuff. But even then, as I gotten older, I've became more skeptical because there's always liars. I've seen nothing but liars.
You know what I kind of think. I kind of feel like I believe in aliens, but there's like two stipulations. One, no, aliens have never fucking been to Earth.
I don't think they even want to. That's my personal opinion.
Nah, I think they would. But here's the thing. I don't think they've been here, and that's scarier. Because something in my mind when I go outside at night, I'm like, they're coming. And no government agency knows. Not that I believe that they're coming.
Yeah.
But think about the idea that something is coming. Because everybody, that's what everybody does. Everybody, the age of Aquarius is coming. And when the comet aligns with my fucking asshole, they're going to come. They're going to come for us. Right?
The alignment aligns up to my dick and balls.
When my chakras are aligned with the comet, I will stick my ass out into the night sky and send a signal. Yeah, every fucking nut job is just like, they're coming, the Andromedans or whatever the fuck, right? They all believe that, like, they're coming. But I think that the detail that makes it scarier to me is that, yes, dude, they are coming. But nobody knows what they actually are.
They could be fucking like...
They could be like E.T. They could be like xenomorphs. They could be like fucking snails. They could be like anything.
They can be like fucking gas inside of a rock and it starts spewing out magenta.
Exactly.
Or like, it could be all kinds of fucked up shit.
Yeah, like...
They could just be fucking rocks.
I think...
It was like, okay, cool. Now what?
I think... and you know, I kind of get this idea from cosmic horror because... Here's the deal. In most cosmic horror, in all kinds of cosmic horror stories, right? The outside of the story, everybody's being normal as heck.
Yes.
Everything's super normal, and the cult is being a fucking cult,
Doing their thing.
doing their fucking thing, right?
Human sacrifices and like worshiping the stars.
Yeah, all kinds of shit. And here's the thing. The cult typically doesn't fucking advertise their cult,
No, they don't.
right?
They seek you out. Or you seek them out through word of mouth.
Some shit like that. It is not like it is in the fucking real world where they're like, oh my goodness, let me go to this radio show and talk about this shit. Also buy my book.
Yeah. It's very obviously that they know that, yeah, this shit ain't real. Let me just fucking plug my shit in so I can make a couple $100.
Oh, dude, that's fucking depressing. The idea that they've wasted their lives
Scammers, man.
scamming this shit.
I
could never be a scammer. It's just so...
Because we're too self-aware of certain things.
Well, hold on now. I meant more like I could never be a scammer because it sounds like way more fucking work.
Well, that too.
Because
yes.
dog, doesn't it sound like as the No, it's not a scammer. What's the word? What is the word? There's a word that I've been hearing recently. But regardless of it, scammers make it those people sound like they got to be on top of that shit every day. They got to be pushing the book. They got to be going on radio shows. They got to be doing all kinds of shit like every fucking day, dude. You got to wake up and make some job and make some fucking phone calls.
Yeah, make phone calls, go to meetings,
set up appointments,
go to conventions.
Go to convention. You need to be on your fucking ass constantly.
And hopefully it works.
And hopefully some fucking moron believes you.
And gives you all of his money.
And gives you all of their money because their belief in your shit is what's going to fucking decide what your wallet's going to look like. what your 401k is gonna look like.
And if it looks good, more people show up.
More people show up and they're just like, I was touched by an alien when I was asleep. And then like, you have to be on top of your game and be like, yes, that does indeed happen. It's because you're one of the chosen one. The reptilians won't do anything to you when the time comes.
They just marked you.
They just marked
the
you.
chosen one
They marked you as one of the chosen people.
to ride across the Andromedan galaxy. Or
Oh
some
my
shit
god,
like
there
that.
was some fucking insane shit. Some insane logic I bet is out there that's just like, you have to understand, the reptilians, they have already chosen their people. Uh-huh. And as it is very possible, you see that the let me repeat that. The reptilians have come. They've already taken over the world. It's quite strange. You know, people need to open their eyes to the fact that the reptilians have taken over the world. And the reptilians, they came here with a plan. And you know, it's very possible, as I say in my book that you should purchase for 5 payments of $19.95, $100.
It's like $100.
For 5 payments of that.
5 payments.
And so it's very possible that the chariot in my book. Oh, there it is. That book in my book, Chariots of the Gods. That fucking book. The Jesus and God, they didn't understand. They were stupid back then. That what a God was actually a flying saucer, flown here by the reptilians. By the reptilians, as you say. And so you need to understand that God is a reptilian. All right?
Okay.
All right? God is a reptilian, and God has his chosen people, as you can see. And so what I'm saying is that we need to band together against the Jewish people, because they're God's chosen people, and clearly God's a reptilian, and then suddenly it becomes racism.
Yes, they know they're like, okay, I'm gonna make about 19 million by the end of the day, so I might as well just pull out my personal opinions about certain subjects.
Yeah, like for sure, it becomes like madness. They're like talking about aliens 1 minute, but then they're seeding these fucking racist ideas. Like the one I remember the most all the time is simply just, oh, black people and Native Americans and Mexicans and all the dark-skinned people were here on Earth, but then the aliens came and were like, we need to fix this. And then they put white people here.
Yeah, that is a little fucking stupid, honestly. That makes no sense.
They cannot just be aliens. They can't just be aliens. They gotta also be racist as fuck. Like, at some point, they're like, well, if God's not racist, I'm just gonna believe that God's a fucking alien, and that God is a bunch of aliens that seeded the earth. Because they somehow, like, what the fuck are they? I forget what the fuck they're called. They are aliens. There's grays, there's xenomorphs, but then there's the one we see all the time. That is like a white man with blue eyes and blonde hair, and he has his hand up and it glows.
You mean like Nordics?
They look Nordic as fuck. They look like Hitler's favorite.
Aren't they like Andromedans or some shit like that?
I don't remember if. Oh, what are they called, man? I don't think they're Andromedans. They're called the something Masters. The Ascended Masters.
The Ascended Masters.
Yeah. There's a group of people out there.
This sounds like Skyrim lore.
There's like this group of people out there that they are talking about these aliens, and then they call them the Ascended Masters, and I'm like, well, okay, that sounds like every fucking UFO person out there, right? But then I look at the UFOs, and the UFOs are white, they got blue eyes, and they got blonde hair, and they're also tall as fuck. And what's really crazy is that that's the one where I've heard them say that, like, oh, humans were here, but they were all dark skinned, and then the ascended masters came and bred with them to make white people and light skinned people. And the white people are the chosen master super race. And I'm like, oh, you fucking...
There it is.
There it is.
There's the...
There's your prejudice or whatever the fuck. Like,
there's your fucking ignorance right there.
Like, oh my God. You couldn't... Like, every fucking time, dude. And I also wonder...
It's without fail. They always bring up something about... The Egyptians, they didn't create this. You know, black people and slaves didn't fucking create the pyramids.
Oh, yeah.
Aliens did. And I'm like, wow, you're completely disregarding the fact that slaves even did all this shit. Are you listening to yourself right now?
I think, yeah, we've heard that multiple times, right? Where, like, every time it's like a dark skin race that, like, accomplished some crazy shit, it's like, no, they could have never learned to do that on their own. Never, ever.
Someone else had to do it for them.
No, well, more specifically, someone had to teach them. They could have never learned or figured it out how to make a pyramid on their own. And, like, honestly, as amazing as, like, what, the Egyptians made these really cool pyramids, but then, like, the Spanish people made some, I guess, simpler, the Mayans, right? They made simpler pyramids that are like, just put the block on the block on the block. But then the stairs, then they put stairs on them.
They created a very... Well, the thing is because the Mayans, they like math.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they all liked math. I mean, look, dude, it was either you fucking learned math or you died.
Yeah. You had to be good at something, otherwise you'll be a slave. Or have your heart ripped out and...
Look, you were
a sacrifice for the sun.
You were fucking inventing new shit, or you died. Like, that was it. That was the end of the story back then. There was nothing else past that.
I was like, I can't invent anything. Damn, I guess I'll go back to watering my plants.
Well, I think it would be more like, shit, I can't invent anything. I guess I'll go be a soldier.
Fighting against the Roman Empire or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, the only person we know back then that kind of just didn't do shit was Diogenes. He was like the professional homeless person.
That man optimized his homelessness to like a fucking T. He was like, I gotta do this right. And also I gotta tell Alexander to fuck off.
Get the fuck out of my way, dude. You're blocking the sun.
Alexander was probably like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this man?
You're a funny man. I won't kill you. Diogenes really was crazy, but can you get away with being Diogenes nowadays?
No, because you can't be naked in public.
Okay, with the clothes on.
Yeah, you can probably get away with it.
Just be Diogenes.
And be like, yeah, excuse me, Mr. President, can you, like, not be in my presence? You're blocking the sun.
Don't shake my hand. Fuck off.
I don't know where your hand has been. Disgusting.
Disgusting. Oh, but, now,
excuse me while I urinate on the floor.
I'm gonna piss on the White House lawn.
Pretty much.
No, I do think about how... There are homeless. I saw a homeless guy the other day. I had not seen a homeless person in a long time. It was in the middle of the night, and he had like a wagon. He had his bike. I don't understand why they're collecting all this shit. If it was cans, no. He was. Let's say he's collecting cans to recycle them, get some money, right?
I mean, that's the only thing you can do.
Sure, understandable. But, dude, this guy... Oh, no, this other guy that we saw when we were traveling to the border, this guy had, like, a fucking train of shopping carts.
Oh, wow.
And two things. It started raining nasty as fuck. And so that's thing number one. Thing number two, these carts you see a guy pushing carts at Walmart, he's in control because of the way they lock in to each other.
Yeah, you have to push them in, and then they lock in, and then you just keep going.
Okay, if I gave you like 3 or 4 or 5 shopping carts full of groceries, how would you manage all of that?
Try to put everything in.
No. That's it. They're full of food. All five of them.
Oh,
He was doing that. I don't know how. He was, and dude, he was like crossing. We couldn't stay. We were in the middle of the road. We were driving by. This dude was crossing like a major intersection with all that shit, and I was like, dude, that shit's gonna tip over or something or fall over. I don't know how he did it. He got to the other side of the street, but I'm
he
like,
must have like tied that shit to like his wrist or his arms or something like that, just so he can pull it all at once.
but then one of them was also like a baby stroller.
I don't know how the hell he managed to pulling 5 of these things all at once. He had to have it tied all together
Somehow, right? And so I'm thinking to myself, like, I hope he turns in all those cans, dude, or whatever it is he was dragging. It looked like trash to me. Like, if I saw a bunch of cans, I'd be like, yeah, he's gonna take them to the recycling center. But I saw like paper and fucking, I don't know if
I think you can recycle paper and,
for money
and bottles and stuff like that.
I don't know. I know that our towns, all the towns around here, are trying to be more recyclable conscious or whatever, but
More eco-friendly.
I think those things need to be like a public, like a public service, but there needs to be like public dump sites, because there's like, you have to pay for a dumpster.
Yes, the city. You pay it because it belongs to the city.
My neighbor, for the longest time, because of his business, he paid for like a full-size dumpster, like over there where you live.
Oh wow!
He paid for a full-size dumpster, like, and the dude would come into his property. The dumpster truck would come and pick up all the garbage, and I don't know how much he was paying for that, but he would do it. And so I think that there needs to be like a public version of that.
Like one giant one where
One
anybody
big-
can just go to it and just dump
Because
whatever trash that they have.
Check it out. Here in my neighborhood wasn't dirty. Like out there, it was dirty. Like going out to the town, like sometimes you see some bullshit thrown on the side of the road or whatever.
Yeah, usually it's like trash.
Some stuff, maybe a TV,
cardboard or
some
TV,
shit, some
furniture.
shit. Because people don't know better. They don't know what the fuck to do with it or where to go. Because if you go to the dump, they're gonna charge you.
Yeah, like your best bet. I don't know. I guess if you ever go to a recycling center, always ask, "Hey, what can we bring? What's allowed?"
And I bring this up because at one point, the city, the lady or whoever it is, I think it's a lady, in charge of this area of the town, she brought a huge ass dumpster for like 2 weeks, like a multiple dumpsters. Like they'd empty it and bring it back. Of like, hey, come throw your shit. We threw away like a busted fridge that was in our yard, not our yard, but like here at the house forever. Some people threw away mattresses. I think we threw away some of the older mattresses. All kinds of, and I was just like, man, that's really cool of them. That should be there all the time.
It should. It sounds like that'll be super, super, super convenient.
Because, like, again, you want to keep the area clean? Just do it, dude. Just, what else are my taxes going to? It's clearly not the road.
Yeah, like it has to go to something. Something.
Like, the only reason that, well, I don't want to be like, oh, it's the only reason. But if I go bitch, if I call up the place and I bitch enough, they're gonna fix the road. They're gonna do a shitty job. I mean, not shitty job, but I think it's lame that they just like, we're just gonna fill the hole.
Yeah.
But I mean, I assume it would cost too much money to just also redo the whole thing.
Yeah, it does. It costs quite a bit, and it takes a lot of time. Like when my road was being constructed and all that stuff, and then the winter storms came, and a lot of rain came along afterwards. That road is supposed to be done before Christmas.
I mean, to be fair though, yours was like a complex pipe job.
Yeah.
I'm talking about simply like fixing the potholes. Like, when the road got really, really, really bad, then they were like, yeah, redo the whole thing.
I mean, yeah, for safety reasons, they had to. Somebody must have been like, this has to stop already.
Have I told you, speaking of safety stuff?
What?
Did I tell you that here in the state of Texas, there's a bill coming that's gonna that might, if he agrees, gets rid of vehicle inspections?
I heard about that. I'm not sure. How does that work? What's going to happen if that goes through?
So, to my understanding, we get here right now, the way it is, we get vehicle inspections, right? And that's fine that we get the vehicle inspections, but we pay like $7 for the vehicle inspection.
That's okay.
You go to a fancy place and they check out your car. I go to some dude who just checks the lights if they turn on. If they blink, they like turn on your left blinker, turn on your right blinker, press the brakes, turn on your high beams. Okay, goodbye. End of story.
Wow.
Because I already maintained my vehicle. It's fine. Okay? Right?
Yes. Like,
so, but if you go to like some other serious place, like the actual dealership, they might not let you pass because they're gonna be like, hey, we saw some bullshit. Typically, there's a lot of things in your car that you can like, oh, I need like sometimes I've seen them get mad at you for. I've heard of people getting in trouble with like, oh, there's a crack in the windshield, or you don't have windshield wiper fluid. Just dumb shit. It's like, dude, I'll do that later.
That's weird. Like, why are you so serious about these things?
Because it's supposed to be a very serious thing. Because check it out. Pass me that. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. The reason that it's like so serious is because you get things. Actually, I'm a fool. I shouldn't have done that. Here, put it back. I'll just show you over here. Because otherwise, you get scary things like. Have you ever heard of Just Rolled In?
Yes, I've seen that channel.
Okay. So here's the thing. Just like going through the thumbnail, you see like horrific things happening to these cars. Just horrendous things.
Wow.
Okay? So you see those horrible things. Now, I could be wrong, but most of those videos come from states that don't have vehicle inspections. Those
interesting. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking is going to happen, okay? Awesome. I don't have to pay $7 for a vehicle inspection. Wow. Cool. I still have to pay for the sticker to have my plates.
Of course, that's a given.
Right? That's like $80.
Meh.
Okay.
At least
whatever.
Hey, whatever saves you extra money in the long run, man.
Yeah, whatever, right? But this also means that nobody's checking to make sure that fucking Uncle Theo's fucking car isn't held together by fucking tinfoil, shitty welding jobs, and zip ties.
Oh.
So it's not about your safety as a driver, I would say. I would think that it's more about the other person's driver. For example, there's a giant Suburban out there. That Suburban might hit a vehicle that hasn't been inspected in like, I don't know, let's say in the future 10 years. And so when that Suburban hits a car, that car is going to turn into fucking dust and the driver is going to be obliterated. That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen.
There has to be some sort of regulation.
I mean, there's like people love regulations. People hate regulations. I think majority of people are like, they're not stupid, but some people they just are like, what's the word? Irresponsible? Or maybe the word is better, like they just neglect things. I'm sure there's shit that I neglect. Like, oh, yeah, I should do that. I should do that. Or I'll do it later. I'll do it later.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
life gets in the way all the time.
Well, yeah, like it's all about just balancing out your time and scheduling.
Look, remember, man, we're just a bunch of fucking big kids. And like, as much as I don't like the government sometimes, there needs to be the government coming knocking on your door and be like, hey, fix your fucking car or something.
You have to keep your car fixed, man. It's important. Like,
And the
sure,
thing-
you can have your room messy as shit or whatever, but you got to keep your car like up to par.
I mean, it's more specifically, right? Because the car isn't just your car. The car is participating in the public.
Yes, yeah. See, that's where
This fucking room is the way that this room is, or the way that your room is, or the way what you do at your house is not participating with the public.
no, you're in your own little space.
Which makes me wonder about, like, man, you know, we get a house someday or whatever. I just hope that it wouldn't be a house that's like part of a fucking, what are they called? HOA?
I don't know what HOA is.
Homeowners Association?
Oh, those people where they come in like and they check on the house and see how you like how good it is and you taking care
It's
of it.
my fucking business,
Yeah.
and they're bitching about my shit. But to be perfectly honest, I think they mostly bitch
They-
about the outside.
Yes, they mostly
Your
complain
grass-
about like your grass is fucking disgusting.
Your grass isn't cut, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I don't go outside or own a lawnmower. Are you gonna buy it for me? Like, what's the deal?
Just hire someone to do it for you, and they come every once a month.
I mean, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You know, like, why not? I mean, I think they might charge you up the ass though.
If you can
If you can hire child labor,
hire slaves, no,
that's why children are for at the age of 12 and 13 or whatever.
for cutting grass and stuff like that, yeah. But a lot of people now are kind of like, no,
You want that new Nintendo Switch 3D, right?
you better go outside and fucking start cutting the grass and washing the car.
Pretty much. I mean, but like, yeah, that shit's ridiculous.
It's like keep your car clean. Keep your car clean and make sure that it functions properly. Don't drive around with like no rooftop, no car
Bro, I
seats,
saw somebody driving around. I saw somebody driving around
no
with
steering wheel.
no hood.
See shit like that. And I'm like, dog, you cannot let it get this bad.
And like, to be perfectly honest, they can probably drive around with no hood, okay?
Okay.
They can probably drive around with no hood, but their car could get fucked up in the rain or something. If it rains on that battery,
It's over.
it's over, dude. You're screwed over, dude. So good luck with that. Oh, you know what I saw today? I saw a sidewalk.
Wow.
You're probably thinking, big fucking deal, it's a sidewalk. No, that sidewalk didn't exist for I don't know how long. I noticed that they actually shaved the grass. There was a sidewalk hidden under the grass.
See, that's when you know when things get bad sometimes when it comes to like people being responsible for their own things.
And this was it the house's responsibility or was it the city? I don't fucking know.
It was probably if it was like underneath the sidewalk, it was probably the city.
That's crazy, dude. I've been seeing a couple videos on my feed. I haven't watched them, okay? But I have seen the thumbnail that's just like my neighbors didn't know that there was a sidewalk here.
See, like shit like that. And
And he's a guy, I guess he just takes his time out of his day to cut not his neighbors, but like he helps the place around him, I guess. You find a fucking sidewalk under there.
a sidewalk. Wow. Like that probably wasn't even their fault. That was probably like the previous owner's fault. And like beyond that, because
Or so who not? Well, again, it was a sidewalk. It's not the house. It doesn't. The sidewalk doesn't belong to you. But I guess nobody at city was like, hey, we should go check around the city to see if there's like overgrown grass or some shit.
see, yeah, like see, that's sloppy. To
Yeah,
let it get that bad,
I think.
somebody fucked up in the office. Somebody did.
And then like people that I think like what there's a bunch of weird projects going around that I'm just like, what is this for?
Who is it for?
Like, why'd they put that cement thing over by where you live?
That I don't know.
I have so many people who talk about it, and they're all like, what the fuck was this for? Everybody thinks it's super annoying.
It is. It is.
And I think I know who complained about it. That church that's there in the corner.
Probably. I want to say like yeah, because like oh man,
I
because
think
they probably had a lot of money.
I think that the church that's there in the corner did not like people who are coming from the like Peter Pepper Pizza side
Okay.
of town.
Yeah,
They're coming this way towards the baseball stadium
on that road.
on that road. And they were just like traffic, and they go into the church and then go around.
Yeah.
But that doesn't solve the problem because it's actually more convenient to go through the church the other way. And so I've used that a few times because that light does not turn. That light
That
does
does
not
not turn green
does
for a
not
while.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
For at least a couple minutes. I think the longest I've seen it do was maybe like 3 minutes.
Dude, I've seen it go there for like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah, that sounds alright. They can, yeah.
So then going straight turns into a right turn because if there's any cops hiding in the darkness, at least I made a right turn, which is legal. I didn't run a red light. I turned.
That area is known for being a lot of stops.
Oh yeah, there's cops all over the place. All over the place.
Yeah, it's a very well-known area for people being stopped for the smallest of reasons. I guess just because it's speed traps.
Speed traps, I don't think so. I think it's just better. It's just better because at least in that area, there's a lot of people jogging, walking around. And if you catch a drunk driver, dude, it's better that you do because you don't want to see somebody splattered all over the ground.
That is true.
Like, yeah, it'd be super bad. I mean, dude, remember when the lights went out forever? For like, not forever, but because some dude smashed his car into the light pole.
Yeah, oh god, like yeah, and I think it was out for at least a good like overnight.
Yeah, but they fixed that shit pretty quick. But
Because
like,
it wasn't just us; it was literally affecting like half the city.
but like, bro, his little car just snapped that thing in half. I did not realize that that a little car could just destroy an entire telephone pole like that, power line pole or whatever.
He must have been going fucking fast for it to do that.
Dude, I'm sure you've seen lots of times around here. There's just people going fast as fuck.
Like disturbingly fast.
Just like you're already going the speed limit, and they're just like, that's not fast enough. Boom. And they go.
And that area is a very well populated area and all that stuff. And
There's people who
I'm like blown away by the fact there's very little accidents in that area. 'Cause it doesn't happen often. It's a very rare thing. At least in my area. Like maybe outside of that, it happens probably more often.
I think it's just because there's cops all over the place. Like, as much as I am spooked by cops, it's better to have them around, just to keep like you're without cops, people are just like, yeah, I guess I'll just speed here, vroom, and they go off.
Yeah, there has to be somebody has to fucking step in.
I feel like, look, even if the cops they don't do anything, they don't step in, the idea that they're there that they could be there deters a lot of people from doing anything stupid.
It's the idea itself.
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of people speeding, or not speeding. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of illegal things, but at the same time, those illegal things aren't like, okay, it's not that bad. Okay, he fucking drove around you like a jerk. It's not a big deal.
Or he cut you off.
Was there an accident?
No.
No. Okay, calm down, dude.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And it's a one and done kind of situation. He's not gonna come back and do it again.
I mean,
Majority of the time, these people are actually like not even from this side of the fucking city. So
I went cruising one time. I wanted to drive real slow in the car. I drove real slow, whatever. And this person starts honking and flashing their lights because they want me to speed up. But like, dude, I'm on a farmer's road, so there's not another stop for like a long time. There's nobody in front of me. It's just you and me. Just pass me, dude. Why are you making all this noise?
see, a lot of people.
I'm even moved over here a little bit. I moved away. Like, dude, go, dude. And
But it's not enough.
And he eventually goes, but like, I would prefer you not to be behind me if you're gonna be like this.
And then it becomes a safety issue. I don't know. Like, it's. I don't know. I don't know what the hell causes people to get like this type of rage when it comes to being on the road.
Oh yeah, that's another thing, right? Going back to YouTube videos, we started watching a bunch of like public freakouts and driver freakout videos, right? And like that's cool. Those are interesting. But every time I think to myself, like, dude, you're mad because of some bullshit. But like, what? Why the fuck did you get out of your car? It's not safe. You get run over, or they got a gun, or they just want to beat someone's ass that day.
Like, as soon as you get out of the car,
you have now entered the PvP zone.
Yes, like this is a part where you're like, as soon as you get out of that fucking vehicle, you've already made your mistake.
All bets are off. You have now entered the wild card territory.
Yeah, like,
anything can happen.
Literally, scary shit can happen to you just because you lost your fucking cool.
Like the only one that I saw like a slight excuse one time was there was this good dude driving, and he had his camera pointed out, but the dude in front of him had like schizophrenia or something, because it was just some random vehicle. He wasn't doing shit. He just got out of his car and was like, "What? Stop following me! Stop following me!"
I think I know which one you're talking about.
And the dude was like, "Get the fuck back in your car," because he didn't know who the fuck that was. That's the only time that I'm like, well, no. Even if you are schizophrenic, why the fuck would you get out of your car? Well, I don't know. Maybe because you're schizophrenic, I guess. He's not in his right mind. What am I talking about? But yeah, like, I don't know, man. Just, it's never a good idea to get out of your vehicle.
For any reason whatsoever. It's always it always ends up in a bad situation. You either get arrested or somebody ends up shooting you in the kneecap.
Or you get hit by a car because somebody doesn't see that you're fighting in the middle of the road.
And it's nighttime.
And it's nighttime, and you decided to wear all black because you're Zach Baggins. And
yeah, it's stupid. No, fucking stay in your vehicle. If a guy starts being a little shit, drive off.
Drive off, or if like, dude, if they get out of their vehicle,
I'm sucking that dick.
No, immediately suck his dick and drive away.
So both of y'all can be happy.
Pretty much. I mean, no one's gonna shoot you if you suck their dick. They just got their dick sucked. They're never gonna shoot you. It's just logic, dude.
It's just logic. That's it. They shut off like machines.
But seriously, like, if they get out of their vehicle, I'm gonna, like, I don't want to run them over. I think the problem is that, like, most of the time, they get out of their car on this side and they start walking this way, and so most of the time, you can only drive this way. So they're gonna get in front of your vehicle.
So you have to stop, honk your horn, tell them to fuck off, try to drive away before they get mad at you.
So what you got to do is you throw a flashbang out before you start driving away. I mean, dude,
Start throwing concussion grenades.
Exactly, dude. I'm just kind of. Do you need water?
No, I'm still okay right now.
I got a little sore throat going on. I think the one thing. Yeah, just like immediately drive away, man. You don't want to join that gamble.
It's never a good idea to join the gamble.
We live in America. Assume
Bad things are going to happen.
we live in America. Assume every gun is loaded. Assume everyone has a gun.
There you go.
If you don't have a gun,
someone
they
else has
do.
it. Yeah.
They do. You better book it. End of story. I think it's like I've told you many times about guns. People live their lives here in America. Just not everybody's afraid, but you should kind of assume people are packing, and so you shouldn't fuck with people.
Never.
Don't fuck with
Never.
people.
Never.
So I wanted to ask you, what's like the most altercation you've ever had at any job?
I never had. That's the thing. I've always been lucky when it comes to stuff like people fights breaking out and shit like that.
Not even with that one guy who's like insane.
No, actually,
He's passive.
He's very passive. In fact, he's actually has a very outgoing personality, and a lot of people actually like him.
But he's like, I hate women.
Yes,
That's what he's like.
yes.
Jesus.
The thing is because, well, what I didn't say in the previous podcast is that he doesn't say it as out openly. He says it.
He said it to you for some reason.
He says it to me, and he's very.
Is that why you shook his hand the other day?
Is that why you took pictures of him?
Is that why you
Took pictures with him?
Is that where you shook his hand and took pictures of him with your fucking hand inside your coat? And you said, "Long live the Masons." Or something?
Long live the Masons. No, he sometimes
he says it to the boys.
He says it to the boys, but sometimes the cracks will form, and so he'll slip.
He says something like worse.
He'll say something worse or something normal to me to somebody else, and they'll be like, "What the fuck?" Like my supervisors, they're aware.
Yeah.
The women that we worked with, they got the blunt end of his personality when it comes to his personality essentially.
Wait, what does that mean?
Like he doesn't like women just because he had a divorce.
Oh,
that
dude,
divorce
that's classic.
broke
as fuck.
him.
That's classic shit, dude. I see that shit all the time. Like every time I see some fucking insane video, I'm like, dude, who the fuck divorced you?
And
who the fuck divorced you and destroyed your like hope in humanity for some reason?
And shit. And it got worse and worse and worse and worse for him. He started getting more and more like mad. The first woman that I was with,
he got bitter as fuck.
He got bitter, and his bitterness got worse and worse and worse. To the point where it started getting like toxic and shit. And of all the women I've worked with, they were like, "Yeah, no, fuck this guy, I'm leaving."
Yeah,
and it's very unfortunate because what the fuck? This man's older than me. Why the fuck is he acting like this?
Yeah.
It's man, like it's
I mean,
a very strange situation.
It comes from. It's just he comes. Well, how much older is he?
He's 30 years older.
He's 30 years older, dude. I mean, what is that? That's like the 60s,
the 80s,
80s. I don't know, man. That's just like a different time. Like back then, they were just like, it was a man's world. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say about that kind of thing. It's just like they've got it in their head. They're upset that they couldn't. Well, I mean, the divorce don't fuck them, right?
It did.
it done fucked him. But like, minus the divorce, there's just people out there who just don't want to accept the change. It's crazy, or like they don't want to update with the world.
The world's constantly changing, and yet they still want to like be stuck in the dark ages. And it's over the smallest things too.
And like, I think we talked about it a little bit before, that it was just like abortions. All right, I'm a guy. That's not my fucking business. You don't see anybody talking about vasectomies.
No, nobody.
No, I mean, but maybe that's at the same time they're just like, well, yeah, but that doesn't involve children. It's like, okay, but you people are constantly changing what it means to be a baby or a living baby. Whatever the fuck. Is there a baby? Is there a baby in there right now? I don't know. I don't know what a fucking. It hasn't spoken or had thoughts. Like,
yeah. So it. And like women are getting fucked over, like,
dude. I mean,
worse than it has in like the last 45 years.
We read those articles. Remember, where like women are getting sick because they're being forced to give birth to stillborn babies and all other horrific nonsense.
I'm like, holy shit! How the fuck are people supposed to trust each other nowadays when it's just getting like this?
People getting in people's business. Just. It's not your business, dude. Like, since when has, like, I don't know, shit, that's not your medical. Why? I don't know. Why is the government judging people's medical decisions?
That's weird. I know.
When they don't even want to give anybody health care.
You can't have it both ways, right? And it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. World is a fuck. Something 10 million dead. I don't know. 10 trillion billion dead.
10 trillion, something like that. Something weird.
I forget what the shirt says.
Oh man, it's such a fucking weird thing to experience. I mean, we experienced COVID, a thing that wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened.
I mean, COVID most definitely did happen, and like, I don't know. That really fucked everything. I mean, that's very obvious. But like, man, it really, that COVID happening really did feel like the perfect excuse for some psychopaths to just come out. You know what I mean?
And they did.
They came out and like, grift. That's the word I was looking for.
Grift?
Yeah, like, you gotta, like, the scammers, that's their grift. That's their grift.
That's what it's called. Okay.
That really changed the game for so many grifters and just scam artists. You see, COVID, you gotta breathe onto your children, and the COVID will save them, or some nonsense, all kinds.
Drink bleach.
Drink bleach, they said, and they said some people started doing the horse medication,
the horse pills.
Yeah, the horse pills or whatever.
What was it, horse dewormer or some shit like that?
Yeah, something like that. The dewormer for
horses,
worms.
And then what I forget what else. Like literally, like the scammers and people's ignorance of like how things work and how to stay healthy and shit like that just started coming out, and wow.
There's also people out there who are like undeserving of the fear, if that makes sense. The fear is very unwarranted, is what I'm saying. Like, even as a dark-skinned person, I don't really feel scared or worried here where I live because there's other dark-skinned people around, and I don't know, it's just not that bad. And we live in pretty okay place, right?
Yeah.
But then there's some people who live in like rich ass neighborhoods or out in the middle of the woods, and they're just definitely afraid. They're putting out booby traps in their yard. They got guns and guns and guns. I mean, we talked a little bit about it with the preppers, right? Guns and guns and bombs and traps, and they hate their wife and all this other bullshit. Like, they're fucking losing it out there, dude.
They are, because they
makes me think that I should own a gun. makes me think that, like, I should own a gun simply because they have guns.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know?
Ah, man, like,
and then, like, I feel like that, but you see, with that mentality, then it becomes like a paranoid circle, right?
yes, it's a continuous flow of just people like, oh yeah, then what if this happens and this and this and this, and more negativity comes into it, and then people start brandishing their guns at people and stuff over something that didn't happen, and it becomes violent.
Yeah, like,
Well, as soon as COVID hits, it brung out literally the worst in people.
yeah, everybody had a fucking solution for COVID. Just believe in God, the dewormers, like you said. Then there's just like, oh, it's a lie. They say they came out and they were just like, oh, remember 5G? That was a big thing.
That was a big thing because people thought that caused COVID, so people started destroying equipment and
They started shooting at it.
started shooting at it.
They
Yes,
started shooting at the equipment, and they were just like, I got a 5G tower and I need to take it down.
and then fucking
What is this? What year is this now? It's 2023.
2023.
It's already,
It's been 3 years.
it's been 3 years since COVID has not gone, but become like a thing that we just exist with, like SARS,
Mumps
mumps, stuff like that.
and all this other weird shit that we didn't grow up on because
I mean, did the mumps
like 70s viruses.
did the mumps thing in town happen
It happened a month before COVID.
a month before COVID?
Yeah,
Man, dude,
it was back in February.
I was over there taking classes, and then I was having a grand old time, and then COVID happened, and then they started talking about being online, and I was like, oh no. And all, like, the dude, he just couldn't handle it. He couldn't be a professor online. He just lost all his, like, teaching skill. He became nothing.
So he like quit or what?
No, it's just like, imagine a guy teaching you how to work really, really well, and you're enjoying the way he's doing it, but because we lost the in-personness and the class, he lost all his charisma.
See, like the thing is, we cannot survive in isolation for very long. We're very social.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can do that just fine, but no, I just meant, like, look at you and I. We don't fucking text each other.
No, we don't.
We are, like, most of the time, if I like leaked our DMs, it would be, are you coming over? All right, I'm picking you up. All right, almost there. Bye. Outside. Like, there is no conversation happening.
Like, what if Don Harris was right?
there is, like, no conversation happening. It's just like we meet in person, end of story, really. And I don't know. We don't seem to be upset by it.
Not really.
You know, we're not pushing any further. It's just like, all right, you want to hang out? You want to watch a movie? And then we don't watch the movie for some.
We end up watching something else because something interesting popped up on YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much. And, like, that's just how it is. So it's like, yeah, like, no, people. I heard the word the other day, and this doesn't necessarily have to be with being alone. It's more specifically, do not be terminally online.
Do not rely on like the internet.
You can have friends online, and you can probably meet them someday. But if you're not planning on meeting them, you need to go. You need to have a life outside. Not that you need to go outside. Don't be like the fucking losers. Like, go touch grass. No, you should try and connect with somebody face to face in person. I feel like that's healthy. not everybody needs it, but like you should mostly try to do that.
That's always like an important thing to do is actually socialize outside,
Because then you
interact with people.
forget
Go to
how
a
you're
convention.
supposed to.
Yeah,
You forget how you're supposed to, and then you'd be like, "Can I take a picture with you?" At a convention, like a weirdo. Like, I don't know.
yeah, like you can talk to people like at conventions and stuff like that, and be like, "Wow, that's pretty cool. You like this and this? Cool. There you go. You made a friend."
Wow, you like that? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like,
Gotta tell them to their face, dude.
and then honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if you end up just making a friend just by doing that at like a social gathering and all that stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's I mean, it's how we originally started connecting, right? In person, online. Though I don't see a lot of people connecting online locally. Hey, anybody gonna meet up at blah 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 locally? I don't think anybody does it.
I don't think so. I haven't seen anything like that either. I think that would be a better opportunity to meet people if they did something locally.
Anybody want to go bowling?
Yeah, see, fucking there you go.
I ain't ever seen anybody set up a fucking bowling thing.
That would be awesome. I'm always down for like, yeah, fuck, I'm down for some bowling.
Just go ask somebody on like local Facebook, randomly Facebook group. You know what? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the reason I haven't seen that is because we're not really part of Facebook. We talk to the people we know or work with, but we don't like join groups as like, oh, the local fucking bowling team.
Or like the local horror community and
Or the local
anime community.
Or
And stuff like that.
I bet you more specifically, the local Magic the Gathering.
Or LARPing.
Well, I mean, the LARPing people are going to beat the shit out of you.
Yes.
You want to go into that?
Yes, I
You did that once?
I did that once.
Uh-huh.
And it was cool. I met a lot of cool people.
And they beat the shit out of you.
They beat the shit out of me.
And you took...
And I took it.
I mean, I don't know. You going to do that again?
I wouldn't mind doing it again, yeah.
But like,
It's fun. Once you get into it, dude, it's a fucking rush.
You ever own weapons?
No, I actually don't know how to make weapons. It'd be cool to make some, but
Do they have rules?
they have rules. It has to be like foam.
That's sure. That's fine.
It's just foam.
But you
stuff.
remember when we went to Walmart and we saw the Nerf swords?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
That's acceptable as long as like the handle itself isn't like sharp.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. But like, dude, you know,
The rules are actually very easy to follow, but the thing that's complicated is doing the actual thing because there's classes and races and
yeah,
stuff
dude,
like
I'll
that.
stick to Diablo.
Yeah.
Diablo 3, we've already purchased it. I'm not giving any money to Blizzard or Activision, so calm down.
Like we've had the game for like 6 years. So it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We put it on the PS5.
It's not going anywhere. The game exists. People still play it.
Well, no, the PS4. With the PS4, man, but yeah, it's better to own it, the disc or whatever. If you find a used disc of Diablo 3, save that.
I will look for it for sure.
Definitely. Like, don't give them your money. I mean, hey, I don't know. Metal Gear Solid 3's remake is coming out.
And Silent Hill 2,
Wow.
which is weird.
As much as I am a bigger Silent Hill 2 fan than I am Metal Gear Solid, I think. But I'm more interested in the remake of Resident Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Delta, yes, because if it's gonna be like an open world thing,
Open world, what are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. If they're gonna make it like Phantom Pain, where you can just go wander around and do whatever the fuck you want,
I doubt that.
then cool. But if they're just keep it
No, keep
semi-linear,
keep it semi-linear. Give me MGS5 controls. I'm like, all right.
you know what? I'm fine with that.
That's it.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
That's all I want.
Where you can go into like a big facility and be like, I'm gonna grab everything out of this building.
I'm gonna look around. You know, turn the camera. You know, give me regular controls. I remember. Dude, I don't know how.
Metal Gear, yeah, it's an old game now, but the thing is, 5 just feels so fucking good when playing it.
I don't remember how far I got in Metal Gear Solid 3. I know I got pretty far. I got to Groznygrad. I dressed up as
The
as
dude.
Raiden. I fought the end. Did I ever do the motor? I don't remember how. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't think I beat the game.
I did.
Oh, but I got to the. You know how far I got? I got to the part where, Eve
Eve, yes.
Eve was like hurt.
Yes.
But
No, I beat the game. I went all the way to the end.
You know what? I didn't beat the game. It was Palm Tree.
That beat the game, yes.
I had the stuff, but Palm Tree never had any consoles or anything. So it's like, oh, why don't we just make it a thing where we just come here
And
together
just play it.
and just play it? And he would come, and that's the only time I've ever seen that man upset because he didn't know how to beat the sorrow.
The Sorrow's a,
And I didn't want to tell him. I was like,
Sorrow's a bitch if you don't know how to fucking beat him.
yeah, if you don't know how to beat him, yep, there's fucking nothing. He got so fucking mad that I had never seen him so mad. It was not even that. It wasn't even like worth anything. But I was like, when if you knew him and you know that he doesn't really get mad, when I actually saw him mad, I was like, oh, okay, this is how you beat the sorrow. Don't kill me.
It's just a prank. It's just a prank. Yeah, I know. Like,
But that was a good time.
well, Metal Gear Solid 3 is a
I
very
think
fun game.
the only problem was that was like his first playthrough, and he played most of it. I don't think I even touched the controller. I just told him, hey, how about you don't kill them, just hit them with the trank, so we can get all of their
There's stuff.
what do they call it? The camo. The camos that they're... We never found the camo for the end. It was supposed to be like right here. It never spawned.
That must have been a glitch.
Might have. I have no idea. It just never came up. That was the only thing. And so yeah, I have seen the end. I've seen the end of the game, but I don't think I did it myself.
It's a fun game, and then
It's a cozy time.
it's a cozy time. And then as I got older, I kind of walked away from Metal Gear for a while because I was focusing on like Persona and like Monster Hunter,
I don't
fighting
think
games and stuff.
Side note, I don't think I could ever play Persona. They just seem like they're too big of games.
Yes, they are. Yeah, now
You
compared to like
you better not have any other games
lined up,
lined up.
because like fucking Fallout is quicker than fucking Persona now.
No, it's not. Well, yes, you're right. It's just that Fallout is too busy trying to be endless.
Yes, but the thing is, it stops.
It stops. You can't. Well, it is endless, but at some point, it's gonna get boring. They want you to do fucking I'll mark it on your map quests all the time.
Yes, and with Persona, you're like,
There's gonna be an
oh
end.
shit, I can go into the secret thing now. I'm level 50.
Well, it's because, but at the same time, I don't care about that because I have like, we have the Yakuza collections, you know.
Yeah, and those games you can
And
be.
those games are also heavy. Those
Heavy.
games are also really big.
Yeah, majority of them are, yes.
But they're big in the same way. Like, look, well, okay, you've told me that sometimes you have to grind. No, that's true. In every game, in all of those games, you have to grind. If you don't grind, the game will beat the shit out of you.
Yes, it will.
You'll be going through it just fine. But then at a certain point, if you have not been grinding, the game will become a brick wall.
It will beat the ever-living shit out of you.
And so the game does kind of at some point tell you, go do all the shit.
Yes.
Go
The
do-
game actually will tell you, like each Yakuza game will tell you quarter or midway through, like, hey,
This is
we're
the
gonna
next.
we're gonna start fighting some mid bosses here.
Yeah, we're gonna start beating you.
So
Badly.
go do the submissions and like take pictures of girls and shit like that, and level up. And Persona's like that too. Persona's like, dude,
Find out who is the secret Korean.
yeah. Yeah, it's Yakuza, all right.
We're not racist. Like, okay.
And then Persona is straight up like, hey, yo, dog, you have been going to work for the last couple of weeks. You might want to go to work and max out that social link.
What's the point of the social links?
The social links is what keeps your monsters, your personas stronger. And when you max them out, you get special bonus. You can evolve them essentially.
Should we play a Persona game or like no? That's too much.
Absolutely, I can totally play a Persona game for you.
Actually,
you just tell me which one you want me to play.
I was gonna say there's like
We don't have to beat it.
There's
I can just show you how the game is.
I'm drawing a blank, but there's like a few games that I'm like, oh, Frank knows these games, but I want to play it because I want to know how the fuck do you do this? Like, I forget what game it was. I think it honestly was like, I think for a little bit I was like, I want Frank to show me how to play Fallout 4 because like I've played it, but I think you know more about the Minutemen stuff than I do. So I'm like, oh, maybe we should do that. Like, I'll play Fallout 4, but you'll guide me to be like, this is what you should do. Like, for example, I don't understand. I seen it in people's playthroughs. I was like, oh, you can have shipments going from town to town.
Yes, you can.
And I'm like, dude, how far into the game is that? I don't even know.
No, you can do that pretty quick.
You're gonna play Odds World. No, you're gonna play Stranger's Wrath, but I think I should download Odd World, but I forget which one is one you gave me.
I gave you the original ones.
Or was it the remaster or something?
I think it was New and Tasty. If it was New and Tasty, it's the remake of Part 1, which is fine.
Okay.
New and Tasty fucking rocks.
That one.
New and Tasty is pretty much just like the remake of the game with like a new coat of paint, and it's fucking pretty to look at.
At some point, I want to do like my final cut of Bloodborne and its DLC. So it's like on the. There's a long video of Bloodborne, but I don't think it's the whole game.
It was like a chunk of the game. It was like
a chunk
the
of the
first
game.
5-6 hours of it.
Yeah.
Or we cut it off into 2 parts. It was more than one part, but we end up losing one of the videos, I think, or something like that.
I think so, but now recording is pretty easy. So it's like this is my renaissance for the video.
For the game.
For the videos of all of the stuff. I think oh man. I want to do an offshoot like a little test. We'll do a little taste of Batman: The Dark Knight PS2 game.
I've never seen what that game looks like.
That game, I'm not saying it's good or anything, but like if you go look up videos, like what the fuck? Who made this game? Like it is kind of fucking like
strange.
It's not. It could be garbage. Excuse me. But it's also just fucking strange. It's like it's the movie game.
Yes. Batman Begins.
It is. You know what it has to me? When I was little, I didn't really know how to play Tomb Raider.
No, I sucked at Tomb Raider.
I didn't know how to play Tomb Raider. I was always there. I don't know what mission, what game, but I'm stuck in a cell. In a very dark cell on a PS1. And
I think this is part 1 of the game or part 2.
It was not the classic like blue shirt. It was kind of grittier, I think.
So we're probably talking about maybe part 3.
It was on a demo disc, by the way.
Oh, okay. It was probably part 3.
But the point is, I didn't know how to do it. I also remember that on my demo disc, I had the OG Metal Gear Solid. I didn't know how to get out of the water.
Wait, that's part 1. Never mind.
What of
Tomb Raider? Yeah. Okay, because if it had Metal Gear Solid on it. Yep, I think it's part 1.
Okay, I didn't know how to get out of the cell. I didn't know how to get out of the water in Metal Gear Solid as like a fucking, I don't know, 4-year-old. But but Dark Knight gives me that vibe because of just like, I need to go back to it and I need to know what the hell this was. What was this? Is more of my question. Not that it's good. Not that I even want to play it. It's just, what the fuck was this?
I need to know. I need answers now.
I need to know that this wasn't a hallucination. And so that's another idea. I definitely want to go. You've never really gone through Grand Theft Auto 4.
No, I haven't.
And I think like
you only showed me pieces, and I'm like, there's so much more to this.
I think you definitely want to appreciate. I definitely want to show you that one because I think you'll appreciate that one the most.
Yeah, 4 is now after the game's been out for years, almost a decade now, longer than that. People have appreciated the game far more than. I mean, now than they ever have.
That's just like that's because like they have Grand Theft Auto 5 to compare to it. Grand Theft Auto 5, cool details, cool game. It's clearly just trying to be like a fucking heist movie.
Yes.
And like, I don't know, it's not that deep. because spoilers for Grand Theft Auto 5. It's you guys being like forced to do shit. By the end of it, you're forced to do shit because technically the government owns you because you're a criminal. And so government agencies, I'm sure you've seen this in a movie before where it's like, hey, you're a criminal. The government could either fucking arrest you or kill you, or you could do this one agency's dirty work.
So they end up doing the agency's dirty work.
Yeah, so like they do a bunch of heist shit because one agency is pissed off at another agency, and it's just like, oh wow, okay. But that kind of happens in Grand Theft Auto 4 already, and it isn't even like a big part of the game. I think like it happens. There's a bunch of shit like. Damn, dude, hold on. Grand Theft Auto 4 is just... Grand Theft Auto 5 is just the same scenario of Grand Theft Auto 4, but worse. Now that I'm thinking about it. Because in both games, you're... In both games, as like one of the main... Well, there's 3 characters in 5,
Yes.
right? And one of the main guys, he doesn't want to be part of it. He's under witness protection. Gets dragged into it. Right?
Yes. Michael.
Yeah, Nico in part 4, he comes to America in hopes of getting away from like war and crime and all this shit. But no, he gets dragged into it the same way here in America.
Yeah, I did that. I know. Like he's trying to like fuck. Like he's trying to escape it so bad.
Different story, same beats. You know. And like, can I tell you that like Grand Theft Auto 4 is just so fucking gritty and like brutal sometimes. You shoot people in the face, they go down like, and they like it's not realistic, but like God, you fucking shoot someone.
It's nasty to look at.
It's a little nasty to look at. You shoot someone, they fucking hit their head on the wall before they hit the ground, and like, damn, that's fucking gross, dude. Like that's fucked.
That's like some Max Payne 3 type of like aggression, like aggressive violence.
Kind of. I mean, it's the Havoc engine.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucked up. Makes me think that at some point we should play a Max Payne game. We should play like... I've never seen a Max Payne game before.
I have all 3 of them on PC.
There's no problems with them? You haven't heard any like, oh, you gotta get this mod to fix it or whatever?
One, yes. One, you need a mod.
Oh, yeah? Why?
The game crashes on Steam.
It crashes all the time?
Yep.
What? No GOG?
No, unfortunately not. Max Payne 3 runs flawlessly.
You know, there's one game on there that I would love to... Well, how do you feel about LA Noire?
I like LA Noire.
Like, what do you want to do for that? I would like to, but I'm also like... Are we gonna finish that?
I don't know. Like, the game gets harder and harder and harder and harder and harder as you go through it.
But do you remember that one time I blew through it?
Yeah.
We blew through it, and then at some point, the only reason that, like, I fucked up, I was like... Because we've always played it on console. And then I think you bought me the PC version?
Yes.
Somebody did or something.
I think one of us did.
You got me the PC... I'm going to say you got me. You got me the PC version. And I'm blowing through it with you and Palm Tree. And then I'm like, what the fuck is this? Who is this guy? It's not supposed to be this first. What the hell is this mission? I was like, oh shit, it's a DLC mission.
Yes.
I didn't know what the fuck. And then like that's when we got the surprise. Do you fuck little boys? And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? This is not that mission. What the fuck?
Are you a madman?
This is going to cause an international incident. And it's just like, damn. Okay, that's pretty wild. I don't know.
See, like, yeah, like dumb shit like that. Like, LA Noire is a fucking bonkers ass game. But it's so fucking good. It runs really good. The game is very wonky, but damn, once you get into it, holy shit.
And it's just talking.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole point of the game, is to investigate and talk to people. And always pay attention to what's going on. That's why the game came back as a remaster for like newer consoles.
You know, I am not against the idea of like putting out for us specifically. Like I've said, we're doing this for us first before anybody. What if we just did a playthrough where we don't really talk for that game specifically?
Oh yeah,
We just record it.
yeah. I'm down with that.
That could be a good idea.
I mean, that game you kind of have to pay attention to what's going on anyway. So,
But I feel like we should have Palm Tree for that one if we would talk. Because like I think he would love that stuff. Just love it.
oh yeah, man. I think it'll be a fun little thing to
The-
mess around in.
The other game I think about all the time is that X-Men game, the Wolverine.
Uncaged.
Yeah, but like I don't have like an Xbox. Not really anymore. I think there's an Xbox in this room, but like, do I have those cables? I took care of the PlayStations way more.
Then the Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, we can always go look in a pawn shop.
I mean, I guess I'll just double check to see if it functions. But I don't know. But I think like Vice City. I think I'd go to like if I did another Grand Theft Auto game, it'd be San Andreas. Vice City was cool, but like
Something about San Andreas just hits different.
I played Vice City all the way through with me and my little sister, but I don't vibe with that game. I don't know.
It's just the aesthetic. It's not for everybody.
I just remember the 90s better. What other stuff? I definitely Metro? How fast you love Metro, don't you?
I love the shit out of Metro.
How fast is that game? Or how long is that?
Not very long. A couple hours.
Really?
Yeah.
And
There's
it's
no sneak except for Exodus is like a more open
Well, that's an
world-ish.
open. Yeah, that's an open world.
1
game.
and 2 is not. 1 and 2 you just run and shoot and go to the next location and then go to the next location.
And like, there's really no grinding.
There is no grinding at all.
It's just kind of like a book.
You
Oh,
can-
it's a book. It's a
yeah.
book. It's a fucking
You can
book.
go to a hub and like upgrade your weapon.
But it's not really like
No, like,
grinding.
Not really grinding because you can find money scattered around like the environment.
Oh, just realized that like with Grand Theft Auto 4, there's like technically 3 games there.
Yes, the biker one and the Ballad of Gay Tony.
The biker one is annoying. I think honestly, as much as I would love to do those, I would honestly, if it wasn't for like, well, again, we're not really getting paid, so I don't have to do anything. But no, just like, I don't want to do the biker one. I would totally just like, you want to do the DLC of the Ballad of Gay Tony? Yes, I'll do that.
I heard the Ballad of Gay Tony is a really good.
It's a great addition. The biker one, it's fucking boring. I don't know.
Lost in the Damned is what it's called.
Yeah, Lost in the Down. That was like boring. I don't care about that.
No, like I like Nico's story and Gay Tony's thing is like
Those are two solid.
those
things.
are like those fucking rock.
You know what's really funny? Is like Nico gets dragged in to shit he doesn't want to do, and so does Michael. They're like, but they're both like criminals or whatever, and they both want to get out of it, but they both get dragged into it. Again, Nico and Michael.
Nico and Michael.
And then there's Luis in Ballad of Gay Tony, who is like a minority, just like they're not. Yeah, I say minority because I'm pretty sure Luis is not an immigrant, but he's a minority, just like Franklin from 5, and they both are trying to kind of get into it. You know what I mean? Like they both are like making money legitimately and illegitimately.
Yes.
They're there for the money.
They're there for the money. They're trying to get into the game.
In a calm way. They're not there to be crazy. And I'm like, huh. More story beats that are very similar. How strange.
But it's just nowadays 4 just did it better.
I mean, we've already. I still want to go through the New Vegas. The 2 DLCs that are important.
Lonesome Road and
Lonesome Road
and what is it called? Mad
and
Money.
Honest Hearts.
Honest Hearts.
Dead
there you go.
Money. Dead Money is a separate story that isn't. It's just that in Lonesome Road, I don't think so for Honest Hearts. Honest Hearts is is a great thing, but Lonesome Road affects the main world.
Affects the ending.
It affects because you can bomb places in the main map.
Oh wow!
You can bomb places over there, and it affects all kinds of shit in the ending.
So maybe we can actually get something really good out of it if we go at it again before getting the ending. We can actually.
And so for that,
Wow, I didn't think about that.
It's just extra shit, you know.
We can always get something better.
What else is there to fucking
mess around in? Like for me, like.
Did we already beat? Yeah, we already beat Resident Evil 4. The old one.
The old one, yes.
Not the new one.
Not the new one. Well, we beat the old one, and we went through that game pretty fucking fast.
Do you care to do the new one?
No, like personally, I like. That's more of like a game that I like to play. Like.
No, I mean, well,
like in my own time.
I guess it's too soon to ask that question.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of treat the recording stuff as like a record to be like, we did it. End of story. If we want to talk about it, we know we did it. Something like that. I don't know. Something about it's cool. We did Destroy Humans 1.
Oh, yeah. Part 2's out already. I haven't seen anything about part 2.
I think if you want to do that, we'll do part 2. I think part 2 is the other game that I never finished.
So that's something interesting.
I remember seeing part 1 to the end back in the day. Part 2 I finished. Part 2 gets pretty bonkers.
Yeah, I heard part 2 is like the best one out of the series.
Part 2 I did beat that one.
And part 2's been out for a while now.
Crash Bandicoot? That one's man,
I have 4 now.
They were all fun little games.
Yeah, I have 4 now. Unfortunately, it's on console, but I'm pretty sure I can get it on PC.
I mean,
it is on PC, so I can probably work around that.
I think the other thing that's like in my head. Oh hey, we could do Last of Us if it doesn't fucking break on PC.
It should be fixed now. It's been a while.
I'll have to look into it. I'll definitely have to look into it.
Yeah, like it's been a fucking hot minute now since those problems came around. So
also, Infamous Second Son. That's like my primal.
I can see that
because
there's a lot of messing around.
I like that game, but that game is also kind of like, look. Here's the spots. Here's the grind sections. You go get the game tells you how to 100% the map. Right? The game tells you, and if you 100% the map, then you get everything. You get everything and then the game is done.
Yeah, like Primal's kind of like that too. Primal's like, okay, you want to get the last beast? Go to this one spot.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's always good. I mean, right? Don't you just love a game that has like a proper checklist to tell you like you've done everything. You don't have to play anymore.
Yeah, the game kind of tells you like, okay, you can no longer level up anymore. What you have on you, this is it.
I think the other thing that's really crazy is like I keep imagining to myself, how the hell do people 100% Red Dead Redemption?
That game is very, very fucking long. Part 1 or part 2?
No, part 2. Because listen to this. There's like a bestiary in that game.
Yeah, Final Fantasy has one too.
There's a bestiary in Red Dead Redemption. But the bestiary includes birds.
What the fuck?
And the reason I bring up the birds is because birds are like this. They're two size. So for example, the game will tell you shit like you've seen it before where there's like a bear carcass, but the bear carcass has like 3 stars.
Oh.
So also, so imagine having to get a bird, but you got to get the perfect 3-star bird. So that means you need the perfect ammo that isn't gonna like blow it up.
Damage it.
It's not gonna damage it. And then also the lighting is. Have you ever looked at like the? You have to look at something, but the sun is right there. So like, look, if you look up there, can you see behind the fan? It's kind of dark, right?
Yeah, it's kind of dark.
So imagine like this being like, there's a bird over there, but the sun is in my way. The game is really good at doing that. The game
it's more realistic.
it's realistic. So I'm like, is that the same bird? Is that the same kind of bird?
And you're like, oh fuck, I don't know. Am I carrying the right ammunition for this situation?
I could be carrying the right ammunition, but is it the right kind of bird? Am I about to waste my time?
Oh, okay. So you have to like really double check everything before you fucking even consider it.
So, yeah, like I can't. And then like there's fish.
There's fish.
There's fish, and you don't control
legendary fish.
You don't control what kind of fish you're gonna get out of the ground. Well, you kind of do, to be honest. When you get the legendary like fishing lures, it's always gonna be a massive fish.
Bring you like, what is it, like the biggest sea bass you can get in the game?
Stuff like that. But like, I can't imagine 100% of the game. It's just massive, dude. It's massive. And there's 2 maps. They put the whole map of Red Dead Redemption 1 in there. That's crazy. I don't know.
And that's the end game. And even the end game is fucking long.
You know what else to me? There's this Crash Bandicoot remaster.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
The Insane Trilogy.
Yeah, the Insane Trilogy.
Yeah. And then I have Crash 4.
But like, dude, was there a Sly Cooper collection?
Yes, for PS3.
And I missed out on that. It's gone?
It's gone. You can get it, but they're rare to get. Same goes. I have Prince of Persia at home.
No, but like,
And
I don't own a PS3.
Shit. See, that's, yeah. I mean, it's cool to have. I don't think they're ever going to come back as a remastered collection on PS4.
There's not
Maybe
even,
made for PS Now?
there's not even
Maybe?
like there's not even like a digital remaster for that.
Not to buy. Maybe for online stuff like PS Now. But even then, that's a stretch. I don't know if they have everything like that. I missed out, too, because I wanted Ratchet and Clank. And Sly Cooper. I only have
Well,
Prince
there's
of
a
Persia.
remaster of Ratchet and Clank.
The collection?
No, I meant like literally they remade the game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that they remade the whole game from fucking scratch? And then they made a movie using the cutscenes?
Oh, that?
Yeah, that's what that was.
That's what that was? Is that why people didn't like that movie?
Yeah, people didn't like that movie because they didn't like that movie because that movie was mostly just cutscenes from the game.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, like me and somebody else, Zootopia had come out, and me and somebody else were like, he loved Zootopia a lot, and I was like, cool, I like it too. And so, but for some reason his idea was to pay for Ratchet and Clank and sneak in to watch Zootopia for like the 5th time. And I said, that's ridiculous. We don't even know what Ratchet and Clank is. Pay for Zootopia and sneak into Ratchet and Clank. And that was a good idea because we watched it and they were just like, dude, these are literally just the cutscenes from the game.
Damn. I never saw the movie because I was like, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
The cutscenes were literally like the game played. The cutscenes played back to back to back, like in chronological order, like in the events of how they happen.
And how long was the movie? Like 40 minutes?
I don't remember, but it really was just kind of like the game without the game.
That's fucking weird.
Dude, what if we play a Lego Star Wars game or something?
I mean, we can play the newest ones, the Skywalker Saga, or whatever the fuck it's called. And playing those games, that game rocks. Or that version of the game is really fucking good.
I guess the last thing we'll talk about is what kind of games. What are the games you're looking out for right now? In the near future, not like Metal Gear Solid that's just announced.
Well, those games are coming out like in the fall, so that's
those games
many a ways till then.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about games that you know are like soon.
Oh man, I guess the game that I'm mostly interested in, man, I guess like a new hot game that's like, yeah, I'm down to fucking play that. I got only one of them. Is the
I had 3, but I forgot.
was the Final Fantasy Remastered Collection.
What else is coming out then?
Well, that's already out.
I'm interested in Stalker, but like
Stalker
2.
Stalker 2, yeah. That game, I'm pretty sure that when that game comes out, it's gonna fucking rock.
I don't know.
I mean, if
I like Stalker 1. That was cool. It's basic. I mean, basically the Metro team broke off from Stalker to make Metro, and they play the same because not really the same. The reason I like Stalker is because there is no level in Stalker.
you just do the thing.
You just get, if you see a better gun, like look, it's because it's kind of like New Vegas. Yes, you can level up in New Vegas, but at the end of the day, if you find a better gun, you're gonna do a fuckload more damage.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Oh, you know what it is? Like, it's almost like Borderlands, right? In Borderlands, you level up. But no, it's not like Borderlands, because Borderlands, you can, if you find like a really overpowered gun, the gun will say some shit like, oh, you need to be level blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, like you can hold on to the gun until you level up.
Yeah, but in Stalker, you can use that gun immediately. In Stalker, if you find like a fucking M16 or some shit,
You're good to go.
you're good to go. You can use it. You can use it immediately. You think you can take on that? If you think you can fight that fucking dude with a MP5, if you think you can fucking cheese him and hide behind a building and shoot at him and throw grenades and get his gun, you've got his gun and you can use that gun. And that's cool.
So soccer's, yeah. Now I think about it, yeah, like, man, but something about Metro, I don't know. Metro just hits different for me, and I'm like, yeah, I like this. This is cool.
Maybe because it's just straightforward.
Maybe I just like no, let me get to the point kind of game.
And
Final Fantasy ain't like that, but like
what else is coming out, man? Oh, Spider-Man. Spider-Man was cool.
Spider-Man 2.
I'm
The first game, we already played it. You showed me the whole game in its entirety with all the DLC.
Well, you know what? That's another game that I would like to do, to record it and be like, well, no, we have the 7-hour
thing,
right? We did it. Oh, you know what? I was just a little upset about that audio. I think the game is really quiet.
Yeah, it is a little quiet. It is.
I think so. I don't know what happened. I mean, but
the one thing we did not record was Miles.
We can't. I'm scared to touch Miles because Miles has a shitload of music that's just like copyright strike beyond belief.
Oh, okay.
I think you can play the game with that music just off. It's just on or off, and if with it off, it's like it's a little weird. I mean, I guess I would still do it if you wanted to. I'd still do it. Maybe I will do it. Spider-Man 2, sure, definitely. I mean, I like it enough.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I was like, what other game am I like excited?
There was a third
with?
game. There was a third game that I was like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. Don't remember though.
I'm trying to remember too. Like, there wasn't really a lot of games that grabbed my attention.
I mean, I was interested for like Wolverine, but like they haven't said anything about that.
And I'm fine with them. Just
don't rush it.
Don't rush it because.
But I also,
it's the same people making Spider-Man, man.
But I do feel like, hey, it's been a while. You guys haven't said anything? No, hey, we're working on it. I feel like that's all I want. I don't want no trailer. I just want like, nope, it hasn't been canceled. We're still just working on it. It's fine.
Yeah, like it's probably because of the Spider-Man thing. They're probably working on that as of right now.
Yeah,
they're not gonna rush themselves over something like that.
I mean, to my understanding, Insomnia is a small company, technically, I think, and so they probably don't have a B team to be like, okay, we're gonna work on Spider-Man. The other team's gonna work on Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that they have anything like that. What else? There was a third one.
I'm thinking like really hard right now. I was like, what other game? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm totally down with that shit.
I still want to try out Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yeah, it looks really fucking cool.
It looks fun. It looks cool. I mean, I'm probably lucky I didn't play any Borderland games. I knew I liked them. I played like one and I liked it, but then I just stopped. So I feel kind of confident to say like, oh, but I haven't burned myself out from that game series.
I think with Tiny Tina, since it has that aesthetic, I think you'll get more into it.
Baldur's Gate, but like,
Baldur's Gate 3, they're almost done with it, right?
well, it's out.
It's out already?
It's been out since day one.
Oh, wow.
But the thing is, they always release the game early, and they tell you that you are the play testers,
You're the ones that determine how this game will run.
and the game won't be done. As to my understanding, how it works is, you'll know when that game is done when they are that game will be done when you find out that the new game's DLC is coming out.
Oh, shit. Okay.
They will work on that game forever.
Forever, yes.
What do we know? What do we know about like about Diablo 4?
It's already coming out already.
I heard like, cool, it's Diablo. Unfortunately, it's Diablo.
Apparently, this one is going to be better than 3.
No. It's good. But unfortunately,
It's Diablo.
it's a Blizzard game.
See, that's the thing. Like,
But some people are like, no, dude, just play
just fucking play the... I would have been like, dude, just fucking play the game. You decide if the game is good or not.
No. People are saying, let me repeat myself. People are saying, no, Diablo 4 is good, is what I heard. But the thing is, now it's just like, are they hiding the... Like, when the game comes out, are they just gonna be like, okay, turn on the pay money shit? That's the fear.
That's the... Okay.
Because they do that. They do that shit. A lot of companies do that. We're like, here's the game, reviewers. But they don't put any of the fucking pay to win shit or paywall shit in those versions of the game. But then they put that shit in the retail version.
I think they might turn it on. I think they're going to turn it on.
Sorry, I hit the microphone.
But like later on. Not right away. I don't think they're going to do it right away.
I am hearing that like Fallout 76 is not good and it has not gotten better.
Probably not, man.
There is a dude who is making a 4-hour video that's just like it's 4 parts and they're all like an hour. And the guy is saying like, I'm gonna show you that Fallout 76 is not good and has not gotten better. I don't know why the fuck you people are saying it. I keep kicking the mic. So I'm just like, damn. I mean, I would give. They're never gonna make a single player version of that game.
No, it's been years.
Because it's free to play now, right?
It's free to play now. You don't have to buy shit.
You don't
unless you want the fucking deluxe edition. Then you pay. But the game is free.
But I don't want to play with other people.
No, I do not. That game looks fucking sick if they just kept everything single player.
There's like private sessions, but they're not private, really?
Yeah. People can still like jump in. You can't fight with them. They're just there to watch and be like, all right, cool. And they leave.
That's weird.
Yeah. Like you can't interact with them. They're like ghosts. So when I experienced it.
But then there's like Elden Ring DLC someday.
Well, yeah. That's cool. What? Shit. They're going to be like Elden Ring 2. Like, what the fuck?
It's a lot of crazy shit.
Like, as of right now, like, there's not really much. What I have, like the game that I like, I already have a piece of it, and that's satisfying. Which is Final Fantasy. That's quenching my thirst right now. Like, I'm excited for Metal Gear, of course. I'm excited for Silent Hill 2. I'm trying to think what else I'm excited for. I want to try the new SpongeBob game. That game looks fucking sick.
It's not a remake? It's a whole new game?
It's a whole new game. Made by the same people who did the remake.
I don't know. I don't know what that game is.
Cosmic Spin or some shit like that.
Dishwasher.
On Dish. And apparently that game fucking slaps. Because it plays like the remake, but it's a lot more fluid and free-flowing. And there's costumes. You can get extra costumes in the game.
They didn't screw up the HD remasters of Metal Gear, huh? It was only Silent Hill.
That went fucky wucky. Which is weird, right? It's a little fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think I've said this to you guys that, like, so now it's gotten kind of weird. I've been hearing things about, like, oh, but the game's not going to be with Kojima.
It's still going to be the game that he created.
I think that I shouldn't have any faith in Konami, right? I don't think they're really going to change anything. I would love that they're just going to, like, here's the controls from 5, whatever. But I've been hearing stuff about, like, no, Kojima might be the bad guy. That Kojima blew through Konami's money so badly. I mean, this is an idea. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. That Kojima blew through their money so badly that they had to cancel these fucking games. They had to stop it. They had to stop it somewhere. And that they had to go into pachinko shit to get to fucking fix their crippled limbs.
Oh, man. That is also another reason, too.
That's an idea. I don't even know at all if that's true. So don't fucking crucify me. I have no fucking idea. You know?
I mean, shit, man. If Konami was probably already going under even while Kojima was there.
But then at the same time, with that statement, it doesn't really make sense because, like, they were fucking, like, Silent Hill is Silent Hill is a failure financially, like, every time.
Yeah, it was always
like,
Metal Gear that was...
No. Both those games are like failures, if you don't know this. Both Metal Gear and Silent Hill, to my understanding, are like absolute fucking failures. That the first game made a fuckload of money. The second game, with every game that came out, it made less and less money. Starting from, like, 2. It made less and less money every time a new one came out. Regardless of, like, the fuck-ups. Oh, they fucked up Origins. They fucked up this one. They fucked up that one. No, it even started even with the original trilogy. It just started making less and less money. And Metal Gear Solid is very popular and people love it. But Kojima kept jacking the fucking budget. Not the budget. He kept jacking the fucking price, the money that they needed to put into that game. And they weren't really getting it back. I always heard that. I always heard that from Konami. Even before they kicked out Kojima. I had been hearing that for a while.
Oh, wow. Shit,
that,
man.
like, specifically, Metal Gear doesn't make the money back that they put into it. I had heard that for a long time.
Oh, wow. Then what about 5?
That one, I don't know. I don't know the numbers for that one. But at the same time, 5 got its, like, fucking fingers cut off before it could even finish.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're missing, like, the ending to that game.
And I've heard a lot of things. I've heard shit like, I've looked at the ending. I've looked at other things. And a lot of people are saying, like, it wouldn't have fixed the game.
It would have just been like, oh, cool, there it is.
It wouldn't have. I think that it wouldn't have fixed the game just because so much of the game is in cassette tapes.
The lore, or the truth, I guess.
The truth or whatever, but that doesn't have the same charisma as the codec calls of them talking back and forth. Yeah, there was a lot of talking in the codec calls. Yeah, there was a lot of cutscenes. But those were awesome because they were in the codec calls and the cutscenes.
Like Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. And in 5, yeah, there's a lot of talking. There's a lot of talking into a cassette tape.
Peace Walker had its own fucking drawn cutscenes.
Yeah, but they were talking to each other.
Yes. 5.
Do you realize how ridiculous it is to just be like, here's the truth, and in hundreds of little cassette tapes, that is not people interacting with each other. Keith Sutherland never fucking says anything worthwhile.
He just says yes or no, kind of like very small sentences here and there.
I think Keith Sutherland, like going back to the idea that Kojima fucked Konami a little bit. It's a little. I mean, like, dude, why did you get Keith Sutherland? Because you didn't like David Hayter? I worry sometimes. I worry that Kojima has his fucking head up his ass and thinks that like I think people hyped up Kojima so much. He hyped up Kojima so much that he thinks he's awesome and that he can do no wrong. But so he buys Keith Sutherland's voice and realizes that he's gone so over budget that he can't have Keith Sutherland say anything. But you know what?
Is that why they locked him in a room?
I think this is a better discussion to have with Palm Tree later. So hopefully we can get him on it next time. So we can all be here to talk about Metal Gear. So we'll see y'all later. This has been episode 3 of Super Sofa Slackers. We'll see y'all next time.
Later.
Bye.